Invasive Milfoil by Jill Lorenz. Invasive milfoil is a species of plants that was brought to New Hampshire lakes, and we're not really sure how it got here, but it's here. So New Hampshire has native milfoil, which is healthy for our lakes. And the native milfoil does not grow unchecked and choke out the water. It creates oxygen in the water, and it provides food and shelter for our native species that live in the water. And it's not killed by a product called Procellacor, which is good. The invasive milfoil can grow up to an inch a day and dominates the water. It decays and it sucks up all the oxygen in the water, which is bad for the aquatic life. And it clings to boats and it can easily spread from lake to lake. It has no natural predators, which is why it grows unchecked, but it can be easily killed by Procellacor. However, Procellacor is very expensive. And the invasive milfoil destroys the shorelines, which brings down property values. The invasive milfoil was originally identified in the 1960s in Lake Winnipesaukee, and it spread from boats, enjoying a day at Lake Winnipesaukee, and then going to other lakes, spreading it quickly. It chokes out the native plants once it's introduced to a lake, and it's almost impossible to remove once it's in a lake. And in New Hampshire, we have 71 lakes that are infected by invasive milfoil. How did it get here? We're not really sure how it got here, but there are several thoughts on this. It could have been brought to this state from an out-of-state boat. Home aquariums use this type of milfoil as a decoration, so people could have dumped their home aquariums into the lake, or could have been brought here by birds, but this is the least likely scenario. And how does it affect the lake quality and human interaction? Well, the native plants are good for the lakes. They provide filtration and they retain nutrients, and they can actually clean the water from runoff from the surrounding areas. The invasive plants, they just overcrowd the native plants, and they do not increase or decrease depending on the environment. They just grow and multiply. And when a boat strikes the invasive milfoil, it shreds it, and this can float down to another part of the lake that's not infested yet, and it just gets worse and worse. How to stop the spread of milfoil in New Hampshire lakes. By law, you have to clean your boat as soon as you get out of the lake. You need to pull any plants from your motor, any hitchhiking animals, or mud. You have to drain your motor, bilge, live wells, and any other parts of the boat that have water. Dry everything off in your boat that came in contact with the water. And again, this is the law in New Hampshire to stop the spread of milfoil. I hope you enjoyed my video.